Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings with me, the tea drinking author who is without a cup of tea. I've just finished it on a particularly grotty day, it has to be said. It's currently sleeting out there and looks absolutely foul and disgusting, so the dogs are unlucky. I'm not going out until it's drier, and so I thought I'd do a quick video. Now, this is part of my continuing effort to try to figure out what is the best combination of paper and notebook for me to carry. As you know, I have an ever increasing number of notebooks. I have a brilliant William Hanna, which is glorious because it uses glorious William Hanna paper, but also has this fabulous leather container. Now the nice thing about this is that you have a series of rings, so you can tear your pages out and put them back in, reorder them, do whatever you want with them. But William Hanna aren't stupid, and so they also some years ago started making these, which are pocket notebooks which take A6. And I like A6 notebooks. I've got a number of them. Here's another A6 wallet, and then the most recent ones I've got have been this fabulous little design from Paper Republic, which has my own logo on the front because I managed to stamp it, and this takes their own version of little A6 notebooks, which are frankly gorgeous. But then I also have this, which is the latest Lockbee, I think it's the Pocket Field Journal they've called it, and it's really rather splendid. You unhook the catch on the front and you open it out and it's got lots of pockets, but it's got space for 4, count them, notebooks. And I've been trying out all sorts. So here we have a William Hanna pocket notebook, and looking at their website I'm not sure they still do them as pure notebooks, which is a great shame. I've got a Lockbee, naturally enough, since this is a Lockbee Field Journal. I've got a Great Fountain from Italy notebook, which is wonderful, and I've got a Paper Republic one, but I also have other Paper Republic style notebooks. So I thought it would be worthwhile just talking a bit about each of them, or what I like and what I dislike. And so yesterday I spent quite some time going through different companies on the internet. So let's get started. And of course, if you like the video and you want to see what else I might be coming up with in the future, do feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like button and hit the notification bell if you're that interested. But for now, what have I got? So I'm going to put a little table down at the bottom so that you can see what I'm actually talking about. But the first one I thought I'd look at was the Paper Republic set of notebooks, because I like them. Now, you can have standard Paper Republic little A6 notebooks or other types. Now here, as an example, is one of their standard A6 notebooks. Now these things are £9 for 2, so £4.50, that's not bad. I use it for daily sketching when I'm out and about. It is, you know, what is it, 48 pages per book. So I think that means that when you open it up, there's 48 pages in total, so there's 24 sheets, 12 sheets, so 24 sides per half, so 48 sides per paperback, per notebook. And that's pretty wonderful. What they also do, which is really my more enthusiastic point, is they make these. Now, these standard little A6s are what you'd expect. They're just stapled together. So you can see the two metal staples there. But they also do what they call books. Here's a book. Now you can see the difference in size when I put them side by side. Now this is, again, thick quality paper. I think it's heavier duty than these. These feel like they're not actually 140. That feels more like 100-ish, I would say, as a pure guess. That's all it is. Seeing if it says here, nope, 2 notebooks, 48 pages, fountain pen friendly. Oh, it's 80 GSM. So these little notebooks are 80 GSM. These, I think, are 120. They feel much more robust. They're certainly a lot fatter. Now, I've got 2 here. One of them is a pure... I've got so many bits of paper down here. So you can see here, 2 side by side. One of them is just writing paper and the other is a drawing book. This is the writing paper. It says on the back, book refill pocket. And again, nice quality paper. That I think is 130, 120, 130 GSM. And then this is a drawing book which is designed for sketching and light watercolouring. But what I like about these is they have stitch bound and properly bound spines, which means that they will open nicely, they'll behave very pleasantly, and they're very good. The trouble is, these books are £17 each. Now there is more paper in them. There's 96 pages in the book, so that's good, and they are properly bound, so that's 2 things I really like about them. William Hanna, here we go. I'm getting completely confused about what I've got and where. So here's a William Hanna. These are gorgeous. They're 115 GSM. They're bound in the same way. They're stapled 1, 2, 3. So 3 staples, a little bit more robust. The paper, I find, all William Hanna is absolutely superb, whatever you're doing with it. I will be in touch with the gentleman there to see if there's anything else that they will be making. But this is 115 GSM, really good quality paper. Never had a problem with any type of fountain pen on them. They are 44 pages per notebook. That's fine. And you get 3 for £11, so they're £3.60 each, which is not bad. Lockby, they look very much the same as the other 2. Now, the only difference with the Lockby is they look the same thickness, and it is roughly the same thickness as a William Hanna, but they use Tomo River 68 GSM. So you're getting 72 pages per notebook rather than the 44 you get in the William Hanna or the 48 you get in the Paper Republic. Now I needn't tell anybody how good Tomo River paper is. I'm sure it's superb stuff. If you want to have 4 of them, they work out at £20, £5 each. If you want to have 10 of them, they're £39, so only £3.90 each. Obviously no postage included in that. The thing I do like also is that they're stitched, they're not stapled. I am a big fan of stitched spines rather than stapled. On the other hand, the next one is the moleskin. I have one here, but it's underneath a pile of books somewhere. And I am not a fan of Moleskine. I think their paper tends to be 70 GSM. I'm not absolutely certain. The one I've got is quite old because I haven't bought any for ages because they're pretty rubbish. The Moleskine ones I've tried, none of them have been good with fountain pens, apart from their professional series, which is much heavier duty and it's A4 sized. The Moleskine little notebooks are ideal for basically pencils. I wouldn't do anything on them apart from pencils. They are stitched, and they're also the cheapest of the lot, because from what I've seen, you get 3 for £9, £3 each. That's pretty good. However, you also get about 60 pages, 16 of which are tear out. They're actually perforated, so you can tear them straight out, which is very appealing. If you're out and about and you're likely to want to be able to leave a message with someone else, you can do with the Moleskine. That's nice. Great Fountain of Italy are 100 GSM. They tend to have about 52 pages and they cost £3.32. They are stapled, but the paper quality is superb. Again, I've tried it with all of my fountain pens, never had a problem with them. Then there is the Stamford. Now, I was going to get a whole load of details from Stamford. It's been a bit difficult to get anything from them, but from what I can see on their website, they've got the two basic types. They say stapled and stitched. I think from looking they are actually stitched. I'm not absolutely certain, but I'm going to be buying some and finding out. They tend to be £7, which is rather nice. And they have the two levels. One is their sketching book, which I believe is about 140 GSM. Now, it would appear from their website that they have the two main styles of paper. One is... This is going to tip everything on my floor now. No, it's not. Right. What is this? It is really good quality feeling paper. 90 or 100 GSM, I'm guessing. Could be thicker. But the lovely thing is that it's very smooth, slightly toothy. You can feel feedback when you're writing on it, but absolutely no problems whatsoever with any quality of fountain pen that you use on it. Now, that is a really good quality writing paper, but they also have these. They do these notebooks, which are 140 GSM, and I believe I'm right in saying that they do these not only full-size sketchbooks, but they do A6 size sketchbooks that are ideal to fit in the pocket. There's one other model of A6 notebook I have to mention, and that is the Field Notes. These you can buy for 3 at £13, so £4.25, or you can pay more. I'm sure they'd be absolutely delighted to take more money from you. They only have 48 pages. They're stapled, not stitched as far as I can tell, and the paper that I've tried has been frankly useless with fountain pens. Fountain pens go straight through and make an absolutely god-awful mess. So that is a quick run through of all these different types of notebook. If you are a fountain pen user, I can wholeheartedly recommend Paper Republic, William Hanna, Lockby and Great Fountain and Stamford, because they all of them cope with any type of fountain pen ink combination that I've tried. Maybe that would be different if I was using Bay State Blue, but you know, that's the sort of ink that will go through 6 inches of rusty armour plate. And there you have it, really. Now, the one thing, of course, I haven't discussed is the cost of postage, because that's going to depend on where you are. For me, as a Brit, the two that I am most likely to use are William Hanna and Stamford, because they're UK based, they're going to be cheaper, and the postage is going to be far less. I have to say that I love Paper Republic's products, but when I've tried to get their products, it's been quite difficult. I spent, what was it, £34 a couple of weeks ago to get those two, one sketch, one notebook. I was disappointed that I made an error somehow when I was ordering, because the book that I want for writing in isn't lined. I was expecting it to be lined. I don't really want plain paper on that. That was a bit disappointing. What was much more disappointing was the amount of time it took for the damn thing to get here. They came from, I think it was, I'm not going to say which was the courier service, but they took a hell of a long time and it was very disappointing. UPS. Sorry, I've remembered. William Hanna are very good. Stamford are very good. If William Hanna aren't doing their plain paper notebooks anymore, they are doing pocket journals, but they have set out different things that you can fill out daily. I don't want that. What I want is purely and simply a lined notebook to make my life easier. So it could well be I'm going to be basically stuck going to Stamford. I wouldn't be surprised, and if I am, I won't be disappointed either, because it's really superb paper. And I have to admit, the quality of the books they produce is absolutely stunning, to the extent that they've pretty much won my heart in terms of a sketchbook to take out and about wherever I go, because this is glorious paper, beautifully presented in this canvas covering. It's just a lovely thing to have and to use. Right, now I hope that was interesting. I hope that was useful, mildly informative. If you're interested, there's probably something else coming up next week, but I've got a complete blank about what it was going to be. So I'll just be quiet here. I was going to put up a video about the dogs. I haven't taken anything interesting, and to be honest, I am so rushed in terms of the next book I've got to write, plus the copy edit of the next book that I've already written coming back shortly. So what with that and a number of other things I've got to do, there's just not enough time. So I'm not going to put up any additional videos. This is all. I'm going to be back again in a week's time. Hope that was interesting, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.